Hi folks, welcome to the A Minute to Midnight show. This is Tony coming to you from New Zealand. And with me today on the show, I have my good friend Joanie Stahl. And Joanie is in Orange County, California, and we've obviously done many shows together over the years, but none for a little while, so it's great to have you back, Joanie.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I always look forward to these few minutes that we can, talk about some excellent topics.
Yeah, and what we have to talk about today will be, a little bit of something we have to be careful with. So we're going to do this video in a YouTube-friendly beginning, and then we will cut from the YouTube feed, and just the rest of the video, folks, you'll have to watch it on aminutetomidnight.com, our Rumble channel, or our BitChute channel, or Joanie will probably upload it to your channel too, I imagine. So maybe, but not on YouTube, because it's bound to get banned, I would think. So without saying any more about that, Joanie, let's launch into the first part of it anyway.
Okay, yeah. I reached out to you a couple of days ago because I wanted to touch bases with you on something that had happened a couple of weeks ago when I woken up and saw on my email, 2 emails from YouTube that told me that they took down 2 of my videos because they violated COVID-19 medical guidelines. So I was pretty blown away because I checked out the videos and they were made in 2018. And clearly there was no COVID or anything else besides that we're not allowed to say. I was pretty blown away about that. And so I checked out one of the videos, and it was called "Behold, We Count Them Happy That Endure." And I watched it, and I remember making that video, and the whole video, just in the thumbnail sketch, it was about a story I was telling about somebody who had talked me into going to.
Okay, this is still on YouTube, this bit, so be careful.
Okay. Well, it was about going to a conference, and some things happened there that I chose to encourage people otherwise, and it was completely clean. Nothing at all was violated. Nothing at all I said was in any way, shape, or form, because I'm super, super stringent about choosing my words carefully with YouTube.
Yep. So, okay. So we will carry this bit on in YouTube, but just before we go on to, cut the YouTube feed, and so folks, you'll have to, like I say, watch it at aminutetomidnight.com or Rumble or BitChute. You had a scripture that you wanted to read, and that'll set the tone, I think, for the rest of this.
Well, yeah, what we're going to talk about, they'll hear all about this over at Rumble and BitChute, but it has to do with Daniel, when there was an edict that was made, a law passed. There was 120 presidents that got together, and they sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they couldn't find none occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. And said these men, "We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God." Then these presidents and these princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, "King Darius, live forever. And all the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains, have consulted together to establish a royal statute, and to make a firm decree, that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish a decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not." Wherefore King Darius signed the writing in the decree. And finally, it says, "Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime.
So that sets a precedent for what we want to discuss. In fact, some of the information is kind of quite shocking. So you can also listen to this whole thing, obviously, on our audio podcast on Apple Podcasts as well. So that's it for YouTube, folks. Go to one of our other platforms to watch the rest of it.